What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a quick look at the Transformers Core Class Soundblaster. So we have looked at the Core Class Soundwave before. So today we're going to start in alt mode and get our way over to robot mode. But it really is a good looking alt mode, considering this is Core Class. This is basically a $10 figure. And it's got some really nice paint, silver detail here, gold around here, a translucent purple for the tape or the tape cover. You got gold paint there, silver here for the buttons. Here's the back. It cleans up very nicely. You can open up the tape here. It doesn't have a button at this size, but there is a little buzzsaw inside, and it's painted yellow and silver, so obviously this is repainted too. It doesn't transform, but it's cool that they gave you a little tape. It's pretty neat. You can store the weapons here, so these will plug in right here on the back, and you actually put either one either side, doesn't matter. But shoulder missile here, and it's a tight fit, so be prepared for a little bit of push there. There you go, they store on the back. Very nice. For a quick size comparison, there it is next to the New Age Optimus Prime trailer and roller. And, you know, pretty big in the Core Class. The Core Class isn't quite the size of Legends, but it's a kind of its own scale. But there you go for a sense of size. Right now, let's get Soundblaster transformed into his robot mode. Relatively simple. Go ahead and remove these guns that we stored on the back. Like I mentioned, they are a tight fit. You can just set those aside for now. Take these feet, fold those up. This is going to fold down. Then rotate to the front. Same on here. Rotate to the front. Go to the back. These arms are going to unpeg. They're just pegged in right here. Fold down the hands. The head is right here. You're going to get this folded upwards, rotate it around 180 degrees. We're going to take his shoulder cannon here. That's going to plug in right here. Again, tight fit. And there we have Soundblaster in his robot mode, and it's shockingly good looking for this Core Class things, which are $10. This is really well done. Same feature here. The chest does open up. The head can go forward and backwards and can rotate all the way around. So you can get his head up a little bit and down a little bit. Shoulders rotate on a really tight ball joint. I don't know why it's so tight. You have a little bit of reverse butterfly joint. You have a ball joint for the elbow, so it rotates around and it goes up and down 90 degrees. Wrist doesn't do anything, just goes up and down. No waist rotation. The legs can, let's see, is there a hip skirt? I can't even remember. Yeah, there is a hip skirt. This thing is funny. Legs go up to there. It's funny because it's pretty good for something this size. Back to there, it doesn't really go back at all. Out to the side. That's also on a ball joint, by the way. You have a rotation at the thigh at a cut joint. 90-degree bend at the knee. And the ankles are on a ball joint, so you get a tiny bit of backwards and forwards and a almost non-existent ankle tilt, but you do get a rotation at the foot. You can use his gun here. That can just fit in his hand. Either hand, doesn't matter. And of course, if you want, I believe you can store it here on the side of the leg, which we're not going to do, but pretty cool. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to New Age Optimus Prime. And yeah, Core Class just doesn't fit with Legends, but it's kind of its own thing. But for a sense of scale, there you go. So final recommendations on the Core Class Soundblaster. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm going to recommend it. I like this thing. It's actually one of the better, maybe the best Core Class figure that's come out. It really looks like the robot mode and the alt mode are the actual character. It's got a good amount of paint on it, much more than most of the Core Class figures. And it even has the little tape, you know, if you want to take that out. And it doesn't transform, but it's got the little gimmick. He's got the weapons, you know, he's got his shoulder blaster and his hand cannon. But the only thing I could really, you know, fault this for is the ankles don't really tilt. But for a little figure like this, for $10, you really can't go wrong on something like this. So if you're collecting these Core Class figures, this is definitely one to pick up for your collection. It doesn't really scale with the, anything other than itself, but it's nice to display with maybe your Ark or some of the other Titans from Hasbro. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.